Hey, mute this. How you doing? This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show. And I put out a request a couple of shows ago when I was showing you this SDRuno and how much I had forgotten how to use it, to the gentleman who had made me some memory bank files from the EIB database. And I apologize, I forgot his name. His name is John. And he did that, and I'm now running those. Plus, he gave me a little hint of another way to do the scanning, maybe even better, is to do a range scan instead of a memory scan and set up, let me show you what I've set up a range from 5,000 megahertz or anything else to 30,000 megahertz with a step frequency of 5 kilohertz. And most of the international broadcast stations will be on 5 kilohertz intervals. So by doing that, and I'll show it to you in a second here, I'll start the scan or continue the scan. And you can see it stopped on the station right now. I say it, there we go. You can see, you can't see. Okay, let me stop here. Mute this. What I was trying to show you is you can see that it scans from 5 megahertz to 30 megahertz very fast. Now, the other problem I'm running into is the program doesn't seem to keep on this spectrum display this red cursor, which is the frequency it's at. So let me see if I can show you that. Let me start it again or resume it. Okay, you can resume anytime. There it goes. So now it's off the screen. Now I think, again, I'm at mute. I'm at the point now where I'm relearning how to use this program. I've been away from it too long. We get some strong signals this morning. Look at that. If I think I'm zoomed in, so let me zoom out. There, I'm zoomed out, and now I'm going from 4.8 to 6.7. So I got this really wide spectrum, or yeah. And it will, the cursor, which is right over here right now, will stay on the screen. And then when it gets above what the screen display width is, which is a little above 6.7 megahertz, it will then flip the screen and continue on. And I'll try to show that to you now. Let me change the parameter a little bit to maybe scan a little faster. Let me change this hold time to like 2 seconds. Wouldn't normally do that. I'm not going to save that. So I'll start to scan. So watch the red, if you can see it, indicator where it's at. So it's way over here now. See, moving along here, it's scanning. So see it flip? So now it's working what I want to do. But I want it to do that same thing. And I hope I'm illustrating it correctly. Let me stop. I'm hoping, so because I got this wide bandwidth, and I think it's the final bandwidth, and I don't know how to change it. So once I get it zoomed out fully, the red line here indicating what frequency it's on stays on the screen, and then when it goes above this width here, which is 2 megahertz, it switches the screen like you want it to. But if I zoom in, See, I like to zoom in this area right here. So if I zoom in, now when I scan, so now my bandwidth here is about 4.6, no, 4.760 to about 5260. So it's about 1 megahertz. Yeah, 1 megahertz. So if I scan now, you can see the red cursor or line right here. Start to scan. It's going to delay a few seconds. Now it's off the screen. And it won't be back on the screen until it gets to that 6.7 or whatever it is that I had for full screen. There it is. It shows up. Actually alive. It was at 5 something. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Let me stop. Mute. I like to be zoomed in at least a little bit and have the cursor of the frequency, which is right here, be on the screen, the red line. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Now, if I zoom out, of course, there it is. And if I zoom out to fully zoom out, which is right now it's 6.3 to 8.2, 8.3, so it's 2 megahertz. When I scan, the red line stays on the screen, and then when it's about to go off, it switches this spectrum width. So the red line is always on the screen. So I wanted to do that when I'm in Zoom. Now, I'm thinking, let me stop this. I'm thinking that if I change the maximum bandwidth, which right now is 2 megahertz, that if I change it to like 1 megahertz, then I can have it zoomed in and do what I want to. But I can't figure out how to change the bandwidth. I've looked through all the settings and I just can't find it. It's one of those things that I knew how to do and now I can't remember how to do it. So if you can let me know how to do it, I'd appreciate it. I want to thank John again for making these databases for me and getting me the hint about using the range scan to only scan 5 kilohertz steps. And so you get a nice, I'll show it to you again, nice fast scan. Now I've got the hold time in 2 seconds, so it's not staying on the station long enough for me to trap it. So I normally have this either 5 or 10. I also have, to mute this, mute, okay. I also have the squelch quite high. It's at, I don't know what it is. What is it? What is it? Oh, anyway, it's at, I can't read it, about 65, minus 65 dB. I can bring this down because there are some stations coming in a little lower than that, but the trouble is my baseline noise level is right here at like 85, and the program will see little spikes that just jump up and take it as a station. So if I move it, like it'll see all these little spikes here. So I can only, right now, I can only move it down to about minus 80 or minus 75. Otherwise, it's going to be stopping and stopping and stopping on noise. This is using my G5RV antenna, which is very susceptible to ambient noise. If I go down in my workshop and use my mega loop, then this noise level will be way down, so I can bring this squelch way down, which will allow me to find more weak signals. No, that's it. Just want to kind of give you an update on this. Again, if you have any suggestions of how I can fix this problem where I can be zoomed in and still see the red cursor here, red line here, which is what the frequency is at the present time. It's probably something very simple. I just can't remember. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.